Now at 9, tax deadlines approach for Missouri and Kansas residents. What you need to know.
In Joplin, local businesses converge at Stronghold Data to discuss ideas going into 2026. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll have more on that coming up.
A major change in policy when it comes to marijuana. I'm Rebecca Castor with more on what President Trump's executive order does for the drug.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Whether you're a fan of paying your taxes or not, the bill has come due for residents in Missouri and Kansas. This is KOAM News. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more on what property owners should do to prevent themselves from paying more than what they have to.
The end of the year is near, and in the midst of planning holiday parties and buying gifts for the family, there is something else that should be on people's lists. Taxes.
The deadline to pay without any penalties, and the penalty's 9%, is midnight December 31st.
For residents in Missouri. And for those who live in Kansas.
First half of 2025 is the tax year we're working in now. The first half of 2025 is due normally December 20th. This year, since December 20th falls on a Saturday, it will be Monday, December 22nd.
Failure to pay will result in penalties.
Standard penalty of 9%. That's the law.
After December 22nd this year, interest is accruing daily. It's a simple interest, so it's not compound or anything. It's simple interest. It accrues daily. And again, that will only be on the first half. It doesn't accrue on the full payment since the second half isn't due until May 10th.
With the holiday season being stressful enough, both Jasper County and Crawford County offer property owners multiple ways to pay.
So you can pay online, pay in person, mail it, or hit the drop boxes. And we're doing the best we can to help make it as convenient as possible for the taxpayer to avoid the interest and penalties.
Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
An important note for Missouri residents in Jasper County, the full amount of taxes owed must be paid now, and there's currently no way to pay in installments. Meteorologist Austin Stantz joins us now with a first look at weather.
Yeah, thanks, Tanya. So we've seen some change. Can you hear me now? All right. So here back at home in our region, things have cleared out exponentially for us. That system pushed through is now off to our east, actually currently producing a severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning in Alabama right now. So back home, though, things are clear. We have high pressure settling in that it's just eating up all this moisture now. It is very dry out there. These dew points down in the single digits. We saw these dew points yesterday in the overnight hours heading into this morning, nearing in the 50s actually. So it is very dry. Prompted some red flag warnings for today. Wind gusts are actually on their way down, so things are calming down this evening. But I am tracking some cooler conditions heading into your Friday morning. I'll have all the details coming up.
All right, thanks, Austin. Authorities have now charged a man following a police chase that led to an officer-involved shooting. And Newton County prosecutors submitted multiple charges against this man, Phil Berkebile III of Joplin. Among the charges, second-degree assault on a special victim and aggravated fleeing. Authorities took Berkebile to a local hospital after suffering non-life-threatening injuries from a gunshot wound and a vehicle crash. He is currently in the Newton County Jail on a no-bond hold. The incident happened yesterday morning when a JPD officer spotted a suspected impaired driver on Main Street. The chase began after Berkebile drove away following a stop attempt. Once finally stopped, he drove toward the officer, who then fired shots. Authorities arrested Berkebile after he rammed another patrol car. No officers were injured. The JPD placed the involved officer on administrative leave during the investigation. And authorities arrest another officer-involved shooting suspect after he leaves the hospital. Yesterday, the McDonald County Sheriff's Office learned this man, Dylan Martinez, the suspect involved in an officer-involved shooting from last month, was being released from a Springfield hospital after suffering multiple gunshot wounds. However, Martinez had already left the hospital and took a taxi to Bella Vista, Arkansas. Today, Missouri and Arkansas authorities took Martinez into custody without incident. Martinez has multiple charges pending in both Missouri and Kansas. The officer involved in the shooting, Deputy Mike Hall, was treated and released the day of the incident. We'll have more details on this case on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. As 2026 approaches, local business leaders face new challenges from cash management to succession planning. The biggest hurdle, keeping up with rapidly advancing technology and AI. KOAM's Kenny Foreman shows us one group is helping companies navigate these changes.
As 2026 approaches, there are a wide range of questions that business leaders are facing.
Cash management, retirement planning, looking at just how you're developing your business and where you're going to go. And then ultimately down the road, succession planning. What's my plan to exit the business, and what's the plan for the business after I leave? And then what's my personal plan to give me purpose to do things outside of the business?
What makes this upcoming year unique is the ever-growing role of technology, which is constantly seeing advancements.
Probably the biggest challenge now is trying to keep up. Technology moves really, really fast. And if you are not able to stay the course or even understand the new technology landscape, most likely you're going to get left behind.
One topic that businesses will have to think about going into 2026 is the role of AI. The common consensus today is that there is a space for it in business, provided it's utilized correctly.
There is something about experience, wisdom, and connection with people that people are still going to be looking for that. But it's a great productivity tool. So I think there's an opportunity for business to embrace it. How do we get better? How do we provide better solutions for our clients, but still take that through the human filter to make sure what AI is providing makes sense when it comes to advice?
It may all sound overwhelming, but Stronghold Data remains committed to helping others.
You Learn to Learn is for the community. It's for them to understand better their technology needs, understand that there is someone here in the community that they can turn to that can help them out.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Stronghold Data works with businesses to assist them with a wide range of technological needs. Any interested businesses are welcome to call or visit their website. Well, coming up, mental health professionals offer guidance for healing through the holidays.
Holiday festivities can be lost on those in mourning. I'm Anita Vogel with a look at strategies from psychology experts about overcoming negative emotions this season. Coming up.
And later, Southeast Kansas health experts offer tips for new parents on how to keep babies safe while sleeping.
More.
While the holidays bring joy to many, this season can be heartbreaking for folks who've lost loved ones. Psychology experts share tips on how those in mourning can create new memories and overcome grief. Anita Vogel has more.
The sights and sounds of the holiday season can bring joy to the world.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Ho!
But psychology experts say they can also serve as painful reminders for people who've lost someone around this time of year.
Every time you experience those sights and sounds, it brings up those same emotions that you had associated with them in that moment, and that can drag you down.
And while some people avoid holiday festivities as a coping mechanism, Dr. Brian Anderson of Texas A&M University recommends doing the opposite to help overcome negative emotions.
When it comes to memory, time doesn't really heal wounds. The way that memories change is ultimately new memories are formed that can compete with those old memories, and so when you engage with those sights and sounds, it's those new memories that will be brought up in a way that's overshadowing some of those older memories.
But it can take time to associate holiday elements with new memories. To help avoid being overwhelmed, be specific and consistent with how you engage.
You don't want to just run willy-nilly, into experiencing these sights and sounds every chance you get. You want to selectively engage those sights and sounds where you feel like you're going to have the most positive experiences the most consistently.
Meanwhile, Dr. Anderson says this process isn't about forgetting loved ones, but rather moving on from the pain of their loss. I'm Anita Vogel, Fox News.
Well, the Ozark Center earned state recognition today as a breastfeeding-friendly workplace, receiving an award for their commitment to nursing mothers. The center used a $500 grant to create 2 dedicated lactation rooms for nursing mothers, one in the Crisis Center and the other in the Leffen Center for Autism. Staff say lactation rooms like these are vitally important.
there aren't enough of them. I was a young mother at one time, and it was really, really important to me, working at Ozark Center at the time, that I had a place and that I was encouraged to be able to do that during my workday. It's extremely important for moms to be able to do that coming back to work.
And Barry says the Ozark Center will continue to look for other needs for staff and families as it continues to grow.
Kind of the example of what we want in the crib, just the baby pacifier.
Protecting newborns from sudden infant death, the Cherokee County Health Department hosts a safe sleep class today in Columbus, Kansas. The class provided valuable information like proper sleeping positions and the do's and don'ts for a crib. Health officials say some sudden infant deaths result from suffocation, strangulation, or entrapment in the crib. Austin is next with a complete look at your forecast. And later, a local Grinch learns holiday lessons through community service in Parsons.
Arts.
Well, it sure was a gusty Thursday out there. Good news, winds are calming down a bit, and now things are changing in the forecast. Let's take a look at your Skywatch storm tracker. Notice we have that high pressure station just southwest of the region right now. That's eating up all the moisture out here. It's very dry. That system that passed this morning has come and gone. It intensified as it kept moving east as expected as it ran into some more moisture and atmospheric conditions allowing it for some intensification. But here back at home, things are quiet. It's eating up all the cloud cover. A very clear night tonight. Here's how dry it is. Here's our dew points. Dew points indicate moisture for us. Yesterday, these were in the 50s, and we said that was just enough moisture to possibly get a little bit of rainfall. Well, you can only imagine how little moisture there must be to see these numbers in single digits tonight. Actually prompted a red flag warning for enhanced fire danger today along with those winds. Current temperatures right now, we're headed down into the mid 30s now. That cold front has passed. Winds out of the northwest, some cooler air will move in tonight. We are around 20 degrees cooler, some areas close to 25 degrees cooler than we were at this point yesterday, 22 degrees cooler in Nevada than just 24 hours ago. So definitely cooler feeling out there this evening. Not really below average, just cooler because it was so mild yesterday. Winds out of the northwest. Things have calmed down exponentially, though. We are seeing these wind gusts start to top out around 10, 15 miles per hour this evening, which is great for us as we head into those overnight hours tonight. Things will be a little quiet. You don't have to worry about your garbage cans flying away tonight. Taking a look at downtown Joplin and our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex camera. Yes, those flags are blowing around out there, but the camera's not shaking vigorously like it was around 5, 6 o'clock this evening. Now, taking a look at what we can expect heading into Friday morning. Overnight tonight, temperature is going to continue to fall into the 20s. So waking up out the door tomorrow morning, it's chilly out there. Bundle up, headed to work, but we're going to see things recover well. Winds shift back out of the south around 10 a.m. Temperatures are up from there. We're at 36 by 10 a.m. into the 50s once again tomorrow by the afternoon hour. So Friday, not a real bad day for us. Weekend, still plenty of sunshine. High pressure hangs around here for us. 63 Saturday. Cold front passes Sunday. Just a little bit of moisture gets brought back into the region for the potential of maybe a sprinkle Sunday night. Take a look at this. Here we are Saturday. A little bit of cloud cover begins to move in Saturday afternoon. We're in the 60s there. Cold front passes. Winds now out of the northeast here, bringing in some colder air for us. Then there's your chance of a shower. It could just move into the region there just a little bit, but it's unlikely. Now, we're zonal flow, which is just west to east, but as we head into the holidays, we get this amplified ridge here causing southwesterly flow for much of the country here. Is going to be above average heading into the holidays. Taking a look at the next 10 days, well, after we get into next week, it is up and up and up in temperature from there. So by Christmas, we're looking at 70s out there. So Santa's going to need a pair of shorts with that Christmas suit.
Yeah, he needs to take the fleece liner out of his suit for sure.
Might need to shave too.
Although it's cold when you're flying through.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, once you get up about 30,000 feet, yeah, that gets pretty cold up there.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Well, Parsons, Kansas police served justice in a case of Christmas chaos. Officers arrested the suspect identified as the Grinch for breaking into a local ice cream store to sample different flavors. Now, witnesses had spotted the Christmas criminal in different locations, including this hardware store, before police apprehended him. However, in the spirit of the holidays, authorities released the Grinch from jail and required him to complete community service.
We think that being able to do the community service and learn how to make his heart 2 sizes bigger like everybody else's during the holiday season, that'll help him learn some consequences.
3 sizes bigger, I believe, right? Well, the Parsons Police Department would like to thank the community with their leads and involvement in the case. You can watch the entire Grinch caper story this Sunday night on KOAM News. Well, coming up next, small businesses push for final holiday sales as the countdown to Christmas nears.
Small businesses are fighting to make as many sales as they can in this final week of holiday shopping. I'm Jerry Willis with Fox Business. Details ahead.
With Christmas just 1 week away, the holiday shopping season is entering the home stretch, and small business owners are looking to close out the season on a high note. Fox Business correspondent Jerry Willis has the latest on the small business outlook.
Rising prices and cautious consumers aren't just impacting big retailers this holiday season. Small businesses, too, are working hard to keep pace with year-ago sales levels.
On the retail side, people are spending less.
People are being a little bit more intentional with how they're making their purchases. They're looking at their budgets.
Our customers are a little more cautious. I'm finding that I have to really listen to what they're saying. It takes a little more effort to make the sale.
People are not spending, like there's no tomorrow. But I would also say that I feel like past years, people have been a little tighter with their wallets.
These retailers, despite their small size, have Goldman Sachs in their corner. The New York-based financial behemoth runs a program educating entrepreneurs, and because of that, they have a bird's-eye view into small business health.
Small businesses, they have very little margin. They feel issues earlier. They're sort of the canary in the mine in terms of what's happening in the economy overall.
Consumer spending is bifurcating. Younger generations are pulling back. Older generations are continuing to spend. In a recent survey, Gen Z respondents say they will spend 7% less on holiday gifts this year. Millennials will spend 5% less. These entrepreneurs say they are working harder this year to convince shoppers to buy, offering extras to make the buying experience feel more personal. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Well, still unsure what to give your family this Christmas? How about cold hard cash or a gift card? It's becoming a popular, surprisingly personal gift option. Instead of spending hours shopping, a quick trip to the ATM or a digital tap can do the trick. Etiquette experts say giving money is totally acceptable, just don't ask for it. Many agree gift cards add a personal touch, letting recipients choose exactly what they want. Well, coming up next, a new residency program offers hands-on pharmacy training in Southeast Kansas.
Of them that would have a patient name.
A new pharmacy residency program is in the works at the Community Health Center of Southeast Kansas, designed to train and retain pharmacists in rural communities. The community-based postgraduate Year 1 program is currently working toward accreditation through the American Society of Health System Pharmacists. The residency will offer hands-on experience in direct patient care, specialty pharmacy, leadership, education, and administration with one-on-one mentorship. 30 more minutes of news, weather, and sports coming your way. A new executive order could expand marijuana treatment options for veterans. And the latest breaking news in the Brown University shooter investigation.
You're watching the 4 States Most Watched News.
This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Bach. Major new developments in the investigation of the deadly shooting at Brown University. Fox News correspondent Caroline Shively has the latest.
Authorities tell Fox the Brown University shooting suspect has been found dead in a storage facility in New Hampshire. They believe it's the person who shot and killed 2 students and injured 9 others at the Ivy League school in Rhode Island on Saturday.
Tonight, our Providence neighbors can finally breathe a little easier.
They tracked his movements to this storage facility near Salem Thursday, then found him dead from a self-inflicted gunshot.
As Claudio Neves Valenti, date of birth, and he was a 48-year-old man. He was a Brown student. He was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida.
He was found dead with a satchel, with 2 firearms, and evidence in the car that that matches exactly what we see at the scene here in Providence.
Authorities are also looking for a link between that shooting and one that took the life of a researcher and physics professor at Massachusetts Institute of Technology 50 miles away. He was shot multiple times in his home Monday night and died on Tuesday.
He was certainly a brilliant researcher. It is a big loss for the community.
Homicides are rare in Providence, where Brown University is located. Before Saturday's attack, there had only been 2 homicides there in 2025. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Well, lawmakers are heading home for the holidays without fixing soaring health care costs. And the message on Capitol Hill is to wait until next year. Some Republicans broke ranks to support renewing Obamacare subsidies, signaling frustration with GOP leadership. Meanwhile, Democrats remain skeptical, warning the damage may be irreversible after January 1st. Some Republicans want a complete overhaul in 2026, hoping special rules can bypass a Senate filibuster for a partisan bill. In one of the most significant changes to U.S. drug policy since the 70s, President Donald Trump is easing federal restrictions on marijuana. It's an effort to open the door for more research opportunities. But as Fox's Rebecca Castor reports, there will still be some major restrictions on the drug's recreational use.
I've always told my children, don't take drugs, no drinking, no smoking, and just stay away from drugs.
Although he's not a fan of the drug, President Trump signed an executive order Thursday to recognize marijuana as a less dangerous substance, reclassifying it from a Schedule I to Schedule III drug, the same category as Xanax and ketamine.
40 states allow medical use, and over 6 million Americans are legally using it under their physician supervision.
The order doesn't legalize marijuana for recreational use at the federal level, but it will make it easier for experts to study the drug's potential benefits for seniors, veterans, and people with chronic pain.
Thank you, Mr. President, for supporting careful, science-based research that puts patients first.
It'll open up a whole new method of treatment for our veterans.
A group of House Republicans tried to convince President Trump not to sign the executive order. 26 signed onto a letter that says, reclassifying marijuana will send the wrong message to America's children, enable drug cartels, and make our roads more dangerous. The president acknowledged this move may be seen as controversial, but says the medical benefits can't be ignored.
So many people that I respect ask me to do, people that are having problems, big problems.
A recent Gallup poll finds that 64% of Americans support legalizing marijuana. Again, this order doesn't do that, but it's a major step for medical research. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Austin is next with a complete look at your forecast. And in tonight's Doing Good segment, Mrs. Claus opens her doors in Jay, Oklahoma to help families who cannot afford Christmas gifts. The woman behind the red suit, ahead.
Well, if you lost any Christmas decorations today, trust me, you wouldn't be the only one out there with those gusty winds that we saw. Now, taking a look at our Skywatch Storm Tracker, things have quieted down quite a bit, and things are very clear out because we have some high pressure in the region that is just eating up all the moisture that we had saw earlier this morning, and now things are very, very dry. So with those dry conditions, plus the wind that we saw earlier, red flag warnings were prompted across the area due to increased fire danger. But as we head into the evening, though, this is your dew points, single digits. We told you yesterday in the 50s that was just enough moisture to get some rainfall into the area. Well, in the single digits, that means that there's really none in the area right now. Temperatures, well, winds out of the northwest are going to keep our temperatures headed down towards this evening and overnight. We're around 35 degrees right now, which is about 20 degrees cooler than where we were at this point yesterday. Take a look at Fort Scott, 26 degrees cooler right now than where you were yesterday. Now, the winds, though, this is the good news. It has calmed down significantly. Wind gusts here anywhere from about 10 to 15 miles per hour gusting. So that means we're only seeing winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour out this evening now, which is good news. Into the overnight, things remain calm for us tonight. That is good news as well. Taking a look at your Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex camera in downtown Joplin. Those flags are blowing around a little bit, but nowhere near as vigorously as we saw around 5, 6 o'clock this evening. The camera was shaking as well. Headed into the overnight hours tonight, temperatures continue to fall right around 25 degrees. While that seems relatively cool, it's only a couple ticks below average. It's because we've been so mild lately that this seems fairly chilly out as you're getting your morning started tomorrow. So bundle up because it will feel a little bit cooler than what you've seen lately. But the good news is sunshine sticks around for us. Friday, we're expecting temperatures back into the 50s. Winds continue out of the south on Saturday, 63 degrees. A cold front passes Sunday, but we stay above average, 54 degrees. So we have a warmer Saturday, mostly sunny conditions stick around thanks to that high pressure. A chance for a sprinkle or two possible headed into Sunday. Here we go into Saturday. The temperatures back into the 60s. A little bit of cloud cover begins to move into the area. Cold front passes, winds out of the northeast. Temperatures into the 30s overnight. Heading into Sunday morning, we're back into the 50s on Sunday. Towards the bottom of your screen there, that's where we see our chance of a shower possibly making its way into the area between 6, 8 p.m. Sunday, but really most of us going to be staying dry. Zonal flow, which is from west to east, is what we're seeing heading into the weekend, but into next week, an amplified ridge moves in with high pressure, taking our flow out of the southwest across much of the country. It'll be hard to avoid any above average temperatures out there, as most of the country is going to see above average temperatures heading into the holidays. Take a look as we head into next week. We go up in temperature each day, 60 degrees on Monday, 68 Tuesday, Christmas Eve 72. The record on Christmas Day for our area, 72. Right now we're at 71. We're very close. So we may break a record Christmas afternoon.
We might as well just go ahead and change it to 72. Let's shoot for record breaking.
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, good thing Santa delivers at night when it is a little bit cooler.
Yeah, and he flies about 30,000 feet. So.
Will we have the wind to deal with like we did today, though?
No, winds are going to stay relatively calm for us. We will see a few showers begin to move in after Christmas.
Well, that's good. All right, thanks, Austin. Well, strong winds played havoc on parts of our area today. This picture came from South Grand and Carthage, where high winds knocked a utility pole into some power lines. Wind in the area also knocked out power for hundreds of residents in the city, as well as traffic lights and even at Walmart. Carthage Fire and Police have asked residents to avoid the area while power is restored. And if you're looking for events here in the 4 states, whether it's holiday fun for the family or community events like a blood drive, we've got you covered. This handy QR code will take you straight to the events page of our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Just scan it with your phone and you'll find information on all kinds of winter family fun events. Still ahead, winter break is on the horizon for student athletes, but that doesn't stop the sports slate. Coming up, we'll have highlights from 5 local area basketball games, including a pair of doubleheaders.
It's a busy Thursday night on the court with plenty of local area teams in action, including doubleheaders in Frontenac and Galena, along with the Webb City girls team playing in their home opener. Tipping it off with the Raiders, who are back at home hosting Lamar. Early second quarter, Lakin Sullivan, she'll put up a 3-point attempt, bounces off the iron, but Reese Franklin's right there to pick it up for the rebound and back up for 2. Raiders take a 10-point lead. Now the Tigers are on the attack. It's Maddie Bland stealing the pass, heaving it up court to Franklin for the easy basket. Frontenac making it a 12-point lead, 24-12. Raiders looking to add more. Passing around the key, Sullivan dribbles through the defense and lays it in off the glass. Lamar, though, they're needing some offense, trying to get something going, and it all starts with some good defense. It's Chrislyn Dixon stealing it, has an open lane to cut into the Frontenac lead. But the Raiders come out on top in this one, 60-23. Next up, the boys teams taking the court, Frontenac versus Lamar. This game scoreless halfway through the first quarter. Cale Combs in the corner. He nails a triple, and the Raiders take a 3-0 lead. But now it's the Tigers' turn, and they're rolling. Jude Harris down low. He's going to draw the foul, making the basket through contact to put Lamar on the board. Now it's Jake Wegner looking to make something happen. He's also inside the paint. He'll miss his first attempt, but if you don't succeed at first, try again. He'll collect the rebound and put it back in for the second chance points. It's the Tigers' turn now. Off a three-point miss, Eli Nugi with the board. He'll put it back up for the bucket and the foul. Lamar takes down Frontenac 64-52. Moving to Galena, it's the Bulldogs battling Baxter Springs. First quarter, Galena with an early lead, looking for more. Mackenzie New with the give and go to Michaela Matthews, who swings it right back to New for the lay-in. Let's go to the second quarter. Bulldogs working inside out, swinging it around, and it's going to find Morgan Strong in the corner. The senior drains the three to extend their lead. But here comes Baxter. It's Micah Adams. She'll hit Layla Weaver on the backdoor cut, leaving Malia Avery wide open in the paint for the easy bucket. However, Galena's offense was rolling. Madison Boyce to Strong, who buries another triple. She hit 4 of those in just the first half. Bulldogs dominate at home, defeating the Lions 45-19. Bulldogs boys squad looking to complete the sweep of the nightcap. Early first quarter, it's Chase Cottrell on the drive, splitting defenders and finishing at the rim. Galena strikes first on the great move from Cottrell. Bulldogs defense would make plays as well in this one. Sway Dixon with the steal. He's going to take it the other way for the easy fast break layup. Galena extends their lead, but the Lions would claw their way back. Logan Abbott, he's going to swing it to a wide open Isaiah Main, and his three is nothing but net, and he's got the celebration. Baxter takes the lead. Final minute of the first quarter, Abbott, he's going to attack the basket this time, fighting through contact, kissing it off the glass and in for the finish. Lions lead by 5 after 1. Baxter Springs picks up the road win over Galena 49-45 the final. In Webb City, it's the dome opener for the Lady Cardinals, sitting at 5-1, facing undefeated McDonald County, and what a game this was. Mustangs coming out hot to open this one. First quarter, pass up the court to Tatum Trudeau, who buries a mid-range jumper. McDonald County up by 16 early. Webb's offense, they're off to a slow start, but now finding their rhythm. Kenzie Horn drives through the paint, kicking it to Brecklin Sargent in the corner, and she nails the three. Mustangs lead, cut to just 6 at half. Let's go to the second half. Addie Burns takes the pass in the paint, spins, and scores the layup. She led the team with 15 points, and this game is tied. Shortly after, it's Whitley Keith taking the pass. She has a three. She'll nail it with nobody near. Webb City takes their first lead of the game. A little more than a minute left. McDonald County get some nice passes in the paint. Layla Whalen, she finishes it, and the Mustangs don't look back, spoiling Webb City's home opener 52-48 to stay undefeated. Some great basketball action. Hate that winter break's coming up, but I guess they need a break after some school and athletics.
And they'll still be practicing. You know,
Yeah.
They can't just eat those holiday goodies.
That's true.
They deserve a little, though.
A little bit.
We're back with more news after this. A coffee house in Jay, Oklahoma looks to serve up more than hot beverages thanks to a familiar face from the North Pole. As KOAM's Ty Park shows us in tonight's Doing Good, Mrs. Claus spreads holiday cheer and the joy of giving.
In Jay, Oklahoma, a woman saw a need in the community and stepped up.
People will come to Mrs. Claus sometimes before they'll go to a pastor because I'm less threatening.
Mrs. Claus has a purpose to remind people of the reason for the season.
And it's the whole idea, the spirit of giving. And so the reason Mrs. Claus exists is to teach children there's more happiness in giving than there is in receiving. And the first thing they do is when they are brought up here to me as a family, is I introduce them to the story of Christmas. The reason that we give is because God gave the greatest gift, which is Jesus Christ.
There is a selection of gifts that the children can give to their parents, as well as shopping areas to get toys for the children.
Where there are a lot of people that are financially stressed and don't have a way to buy presents for their children. And so we are transitioning our church into an outreach church. We want to reach out in the community, not within totally our physical building, but also we want to go out in the community.
Mrs. Claus Coffee House will be at the Jay Bible Church. People can stop by, grab a coffee, talk to Mrs. Claus about anything. In Jay, Oklahoma, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Anyone can help the Jay Bible Church or donate. If they are interested, just reach out to the church for more information. Up next, a country star brightens young lives. The First Lady shares her story, and a classic horror gets a fresh twist in Hollywood Nation. A country superstar gives back, and the First Lady opens the doors to a pivotal moment. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has all the latest in today's Hollywood Nation.
A dark legend resurfaces, Melania offers a rare inside look, and Urban makes a special stop in the Hollywood Nation.
It's an honor for me to come in.
Country superstar Keith Urban performed for a very special audience. He visited Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt in Nashville earlier this week, spending time with patients and their families inside Seacrest Studios. Urban answered questions, posed for photos, led a sing-along, and donated guitars to the hospital's music therapy program.
Here we go again.
In today's First Looks, Amazon MGM Studios released the trailer for Melania, a documentary following First Lady Melania Trump during the 20 days leading up to the 2025 presidential inauguration. The film captures her preparing for the ceremony, navigating the White House transition, and moving her family back to Washington. It's in theaters January 30th.
We got to stay here early.
The fight for survival isn't over for Gerard Butler in the trailer for Greenland 2: Migration. Set after a comet strike devastates most of the planet, the sequel follows the Garrity family as they leave the safety of their bunker and journey across a shattered world in search of a new home. The film hits theaters January 9th.
He comes to find his princess.
Caleb Landry Jones steps into the shadows in the trailer for Luc Besson's Dracula, a reimagining of the classic story. Jones stars as the legendary vampire in a romance spanning centuries, as Dracula falls for a woman in Paris who resembles his long-lost wife. The film previously opened overseas and starts in U.S. theaters February 6th.
God sent you here to kill me.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And that's our time for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We're going to leave you with video of animals enjoying holiday cheer at Rome's Bioparco Zoo. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow.